Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Players Table, where we go over daily sports picks from Pay Premium servers and give a base analysis on who's been hitting and who's been missing. If you'd like to know exactly which servers these picks are coming from, join the Discord description down below, where we post all of these picks first, as well as more throughout the day. And if you haven't joined Prize Picks or Sleeper, I have my referral links down in the description as well. Today we have three postponed NBA games. We kind of fucked up with a lot of our picks for today, but we also have some NFL for y'all, so that should make up for that. But it did fuck up a lot of our combo picks that we had. We had Rockets versus Atlanta postponed, Hornets versus Clippers postponed, and of course the Spurs and the Lakers postponed. So if you see any of those games on screen, just ignore them. So our top three that you're going to see today is actually Devin Booker going over for assists, as well as Tyler Hero getting his 20 for the night, and Ja Morant getting his 20 points for the night. We also have Bradley Beal going over for assists, and we actually have Zach Edey going under for his points for today. If you're not confident with that, I think his PRA is up at 15, so you can go with that as well. As you can see at the bottom right hand side of the screen, we have two picks that were voided. One being our Jalen Green going under points, pairing that up with Naz Reid going over for points and rebounds. Naz Reid's line for points is, I believe, like 13, so you could take that as well. And of course, we had Şengün going under for assists and rebounds, and Clint going over for points, but that got voided. We have Devin Booker going over for assists, like I said. Mason Plumlee going over for rebounds. Scotty Barnes going over for points. Malik Beasley going over for field goal attempted. Ja Morant, of course, getting his 20 for the night, as well as Anthony Simmons. And Denny Av, however you say his name, he's been on the screen for a couple of days now. He's starting to put up a couple more shots, so if you're not confident with his points, you can definitely take his field goal attempts going over. And like I said, you're gonna see a lot of Ja Morant and Devin Booker today. We have Kevin Durant going over for assists. I personally have him under for rebounds. His line is at 8, but we're gonna have Kessler as well as the other tall white dude in there taking all the rebounds. I believe in his last game against Utah, he only had 3 rebounds. So we paired this up with some plays in the NFL. So that being, I believe, Warren going over for receiving yards, and Pickens getting the longest reception for 26. I'm not too confident about Pickens getting his receiving yards, but I do believe he's going to get one last big play to end the season. Yes, I do think the Ravens are going to win, and that's going to come with Lamar Jackson going over for pass attempts. This is the other slip that we have for the NFL. So we have Stroud going over for pass attempts. I believe Stroud is actually going to be looking at Nico Collins and his tight end for a lot of passes. So he's going to go over for those attempts, as well as Lamar Jackson. Najee Harris going under for rush attempts. Justin Herbert going over for fantasy score, and Gus Edwards going over for rush attempts. Yesterday, we were at a little bit of a bottleneck here, but it's not because we had any big chalks. It's just the fact that we didn't play a lot, similar to today. Again, with the reboots and all, we had Zingis Pingus going over for points, as well as Vucevic going over for points. That was the nuke for the night, and that, of course, hit. We also put together Jaylen Brown going over for points, as well as Kobe White going for assists. And our 3-man was Sabonis going over for rebounds. 28 rebounds. That's a lot. We only needed 14. But Zach LaVine went over for points as well, and Hart went over for assists. And as for the Texas and Ohio game, Q Ewers did go over for pass yards. Unfortunately, even though Ohio did hit and they came out with a dub, they didn't hit their number one receiver, which was very frustrating to see. I was expecting them to actually lose the game because of that reason, but they couldn't get the ball to Jeremiah Smith, and they didn't need to. We also had Keon Ellis go for assists and rebounds. We've seen them start to, perform really well as Malik Monk. Both him and Keon Ellis have been performing really well for the Kings, so expect to see more picks out of him. Zach LaVine, like I said, went over for his points, and we also had Nick Claxton going over for points and rebounds. I have a Dota pick on the screen. This was our afternoon nuke for Dota. I put that up there just to let you guys know that if you join the Discord down in the description below, you'll get all of these picks first, as well as more throughout the day. So as lines get pumped and certain things happen like reboots, we'll post extra picks in the server. So go ahead and do that. It's free. And if you haven't joined Prize Picks or Sleeper, go ahead and do so. I have my referral links down in the description as well. Thank you, and let's see.